Hello, hello, hello. What's going on tonight, everyone? How is everyone doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Travis, thank you for the follow. 27 Altar of the Broods. Esper Familiar Pauper with Peregrine Drake. Well, I'm pretty sure that Jake will play that deck at some point in the not too distant future. Is this for Much Brew? No, what's up, Dinotron? D-Many, how goes it? How goes it? Yeah, my old countdown timer, egg timer thing that I used for the countdown isn't working for some reason, so I had to find a new one, and it has a interesting ring. Doing well, Tron Dragon. Doing well, doing well. Ninja, thank you for the follow. What's up, Demonic Firefly? So, this is, like, sort of for Much Brew, but it's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna be on Much Brew. We talked about the voting in the last Much Brew article. Basically, the Much Brew week runs through Tuesday, which is today, from the previous Wednesday. So, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. So, I don't think this one is actually gonna end up winning, because there's another one that was more popular. Raging Bulldog, what's up? Welcome. Thank you for the follow. So, this deck looks sweet. I'm pretty excited for this deck. It is... This is Abzan Blink. So the basic idea is we win by blinking Siege Rhinos with Restoration Angels, Flicker Wisps, an Eerie Interlude. Also White Mane Lion, sort of. Doesn't really blink, but kind of works. Ether Vial, we take up to 4, so we can put our Siege Rhinos back into play. We also have Wall of Omens for blink value, Kitchen Finks for blink value, and Eternal Witness, which pretty much loops with Eerie Interlude. So, Eerie Interlude, exile Eternal Witness, get back Eerie Interlude, exile Eternal Witness, get back Eerie Interlude. That's true. If you blink, you'll miss it. Zob, thank you for the follow. So that's the main idea of the deck. We don't have too much else going on, so we kind of just value blink people out. In the sideboard, we have some cards that are probably not on the screen. Thank you for the follows, everyone. Awesome, Tracy King. How'd finals go? Hopefully well. Enjoying the music, eh? Yeah, it's challenging to find music that won't get banned on the video on demand and on YouTube. YouTube is even worse. I think you're looking for card Eerie Interlude. Oh, awesome! Glad you're listening to the podcast. So in the sideboard, we got Thragtusks, the Blink King, or Queen, but whatever Thragtusk happens to be. Siege Rhino, more blink value. Orzhov Pontiff, also a pretty good blink against some decks. Golgari Charm, some Abrupt Decays for removal, and Engineered Explosives. Rest in peace. So we're going to give this deck a shot. I think it looks pretty sweet. Before we jump in, reminders. If you're interested in supporting the stream, we still got playmats. $20. They look pretty sweet. Also, you can sign up for premium on MTG Goldfish. There's a link down below. And still reminding you of Replay Channel. If you want to check out the old streams, that's where you can find them. And we have a very special bonus Against the Odds coming out tonight. So if you follow me on Twitter, you've probably already heard about this, but they took an Open to World Gorger Dragon, second picked an Animate Dead, and went full force into World Gorger Dragon combo in Eternal Masters Limited. So I didn't have the draft recording. I was just doing it for fun. But once I realized what was going on, I flipped on the recording. So I have an Against the Odds style Eternal Masters Limited Edition of that deck coming out tonight. So it turned out really sweet, and I think it's pretty good. So make sure to check that out if you have a chance. I will probably rewatch it just because I really, really love that deck. It was so awesome. So the combo, and I'm not going to spoil it, but you can make infinite creatures, you can gain infinite life, and deal infinite damage. So, and draw infinite cards, your entire deck. So pretty much everything, depending on what cards you have to go with the combo. So we are going to jump into a league here and see if we can blink our way to victory. I'm excited for this deck too. This deck looks sweet. Yeah, it should be coming out this evening. So Seth, what color Praetor did not get pick this week's Commander Clash? The red one went unpicked for this week's Commander Clash. No one wanted the red one, which is surprising. I would have played the red one over the white one, but I got to pick earlier than that, so I didn't have to play either red or white. But I hate mono white in in Commander. It is by far my least favorite. Quick finance question. Force of Will and Eternal Masters online, sell now or hold? Online, you're probably fine to sell it. Like, you could get more maybe in the future, but I don't think it's really worth waiting on Magic Online. People don't really like foils on Magic Online, so there's not any good reason to do it. You've never seen the Green Praetor? The Green Praetor is a good one. Actually, no, I didn't get Jin Gitaxias. I got beat out by that. You can probably guess who picked Jin Gitaxias instantly. But I did end up with Vorinclex, so I was still pretty happy with that. But I have a pretty unique build, so so that ended up pretty interesting. And then, yeah, Tomer jumped on on Jin Gitaxias instantly. That man loves to draw cards. I love to draw cards, but Tomer puts me to shame for love of drawing cards. Mediocre, thank you for the follow. Yeah, it was interesting. I was wondering if we could do a Eternal Masters edition, but I don't think there's enough good legendaries in Eternal Masters. What do I think of the new Emrakul in the Werewolf Legend? Oh, awesome. Okay, so first off, I don't like Valdrazi destroying Innistrad. It seems a little weird. I'm already a little sick of Valdrazi, but I think Emrakul is really good. For 8 mana, or 9 mana, most likely, you're getting a huge creature, and you're essentially getting a Mindslaver, so you can get rid of all the removal your opponent has, anything they could do to kill the Emrakul. So I think it's going to be really good in Standard. I think it's better than the original Emrakul for Standard. But on raw power level and for older formats, thank you for the follows, everyone. But on raw power and for the older formats, there is no way it stacks up to the original. The Werewolf, meh. I mean, I'm glad they printed it. Flash, thank you for the follow. That's something that they pretty much had to print for Commander, but it's not all that inspiring. It doesn't... It's just like a big green and red creature. It doesn't really do much werewolf stuff. So that's kind of the disappointing part, I think, is it doesn't have a lot of werewolf flavor, or doesn't do much for a werewolf deck. But it's fine. This hand has an Ether Vial. Good enough. Going to try Simic Kiora Ramp on Friday. Awesome. Good luck with that, Die. Tall, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I don't think the werewolf is that great. I mean, I'm glad it's a werewolf and the flavor. I could see it maybe seeing play in like really fringe situations in Standard, but at 5 mana, I think it's pretty far down the list right now in things that you want to do. This is Abzan Blink, pretty much. I think the werewolf is a lot worse than Huntmaster, personally. So, Emrakul, awesome. Werewolf, I'm glad they printed it, but I'm not a huge fan of it. And the tutor thing is just odd. I don't know why they printed the Eldrazi Wish thing. But it's fine, and I think it could see play some places. Even in older formats, potentially. Whippy, thank you for the follow. Should have made the legendary werewolf have an enter the battlefield transform tutor for a werewolf. See, that would be really sweet. Or even if it was like Immerwolf or Gyre Reach Bandit, I wish it had some werewolf specific ability, because that's what people want it for. They wanted to play in Werewolf Tribal, but it doesn't really do that. There are 8 legendary creatures in EMA, although Braids is banned in Commander. So there are enough that we could do an Eternal Masters week. Oh, this might be a Soul Sisters build. But we get to start ticking up our Ether Vial. Stirring Wildwoods, pass the turn. Listen to the podcast about budget decks spiking initially when you posted them. I thought about it, and maybe you could put a disclaimer at the top mentioning to people what tends to happen when lists are released. That's not a bad idea, just to let people know. Because that is what happens. Like, they spike immediately as people are buying the decks, but then in almost every single case, they go back down. Whoa! Is this just humans? Interesting. I think we gotta path this Champion of the Parish, I guess. Oh, yeah, I haven't played Brago yet. I think Tomer has built decks with Brago, but I haven't. Brago is my kind of... I could play Venser, too. Alright, let's add a counter. Flicker Wisp. Well, now I kind of wish I hadn't pathed that Champion. That would have been a good flicker target. Well, let's just Kitchen Finks go. Anything more than 3 mana as a creature basically has to be Archangel Avacyn levels busted to see play until Coco rotates. That is true. Laughing, thank you for the follow. Naya Humans. So, I remember doing an instant deck tech on this deck, but I don't know if I have ever actually seen anyone play this deck. Let's just pass. Or untap. Add a counter up to 3. We get a Plains. So let's attack with our Kitchen Finks. If there's a week for it, play Braids, Conjure Adept for Commander Clash. Ooh, that would be fun. Yeah, I would like Arcanus as well. So far tonight, we are 0, 0, and 0. This is our very first game of the night. So let's just Restoration Angel so they don't flip their mare. Blink our Kitchen Finks, gain a couple life. Pass the turn. JCOV21, thank you for the follow. So what do you all think about the new Emrakul and also the Werewolf? You've heard my opinions. What do you guys think? Are those cards actually... I know Emrakul was surprisingly contentious. I figured everyone would just think that card was awesome, but there was actually a lot of back and forth about how good it really was. Tomer and his Lab Maniac. He's going to figure out a way to do that sooner or later. Our opponent's stuff is getting big. Luckily, we have a lot of evasive threats, so hopefully we can just win in the air. Opponent's going to attack. Let's just block with his Kitchen Finks. Get back our Kitchen Finks. Gain 2 life. And then Vial and Flicker Wisp. You like the new art on Emrakul? Yeah, the new art is pretty insane. I like the new art as well. Like the new Emrakul, if you can reliably cast it for 6 or 7. Doesn't seem too interesting. Alright, so there's still split opinions. What do you think about Eldrazi being on Innistrad overall? Are you happy with that? Unhappy with that? So we put our opponent to 5, Is there any way they kill us here? 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think so. So let's just pass. Our opponent flips a mare, which is actually good here. I was expecting Emrakul to be a planeswalker that can't be countered. Yeah, I wondered if Emrakul would be a planeswalker. I thought that was a possibility. And our opponent scoops it up. Well, one game so far, so good for Abzan Blink. Our opponent seemed like they had a decent draw too, and we still kind of cruised right through there. So let's see the sideboard. I'm upset Eldrazi are there. I wanted more zombies. Werewolves. Yeah, that was kind of my feeling too. Innistrad to me is about those creature types, so we'll see if they can still make it feel like Innistrad, or if this is just going to feel like the forgotten third set of of Battle for Zendikar block or something. Yeah, I don't think many people were actually surprised that it was Emrakul. I had kind of guessed that a long time ago, along with a ton of other people. So, why I really like how they spoiled it, it was a little weird how they just kept hyping it up, and it was what everyone expected anyway. But still, it's a good, I think it's a very good card. So I kind of want Thragtusks here, and we might want Abrupt Decays, and possibly Orzhov Pontiff, maybe? Yeah, the art is insane. Any chance of playing Braid's Conjure Adept on Commander Clash? There's definitely a chance of that at some point. I don't know exactly how soon, but I think Braid's is pretty cool. I did see the Cardboard Crack comic. It was pretty on point. Yeah, Eldritch Moon does look like Emrakul.set. Yeah, I kind of miss other villains. Nicol Bolas is a good one. Phyrexia is an interesting one. I really liked Scars of Mirrodin block. So let's see. We got to actually cut some things. Stonehelm Dignitary is actually good. Well of Omens. I don't know if we have room for all this stuff, unfortunately. What are we taking out? Maybe we don't go Pontiff. Maybe go down a couple Flicker Wisps. Just go a couple Abrupt Decays. Down the Ether Vial. Alright, like that. We didn't bring in that much after all. Did you read the 25 random things about Magic article over the weekend? It mentioned that Stasis was illustrated by Garfield's aunt, who was a fine art painter. I did not see that article, and I did not know that about Stasis. That is really interesting. Hey, what's up, Seth? Ro Jenkins? How goes it tonight? This hand seems pretty alright-ish. Wall is good. Double Kitchen Finks is good. Yeah, this is pretty good. I love Eternal Masters for Limited. I have very much enjoyed it. And not just because I can draft blue-red, draw cards, and win with it. With Burning Vengeance. Yeah, I'll have to read that article. It sounds interesting. I wondered, because the art on Stasis is pretty unique. It is kind of unlike any other art in Magic, so it's cool to know the story behind it. Take 2 from the champion. Let's just Razor Verge Thicket and Wall of Omens. Draw a card. Pass the turn. Another Finks. Do you think we'll see more colorless mana considering Emrakul is in? They seem to have been in already. I do not believe we will see more actual colorless mana. I think we'll see colorless cards, but not the actual colorless mana symbol. And it is weird that that they did it for one set and abandoned it. And it like broke a lot of things. It broke Moto and broke a lot of competitive formats, and just all around it did a lot of really questionable things. So I don't know if it was worth it for one set of colorless mana. Spoilers start officially on Monday, so there could be a couple more cards that trickle out throughout the course of the week, but overall, Monday is the official start of spoilers. Yeah, I'm a little tired of Eldrazi, personally. But hopefully this is it for a while. If Emrakul is the bad guy on Kaladesh, I'm going to be, or bad woman on Kaladesh, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. Thank you for the follow, Zanzurth. If you were making the legendary werewolf, what would you have done? That is a tough question. I don't know the exact mechanics I would put on it, but I know it would somehow like do something with the werewolf tribe in specific. It would feel like a werewolf card. I think we're gonna Siege Rhino here. We can start Stonehorn Dignitarying next turn. But Siege Rhino's good to get down in case we draw Blink. I think we'll see the colorless mana every once in a while, but I don't think it's going to be often. So I wouldn't be expecting it every set or even most sets. Alright, Path. We'll get a Forest, I guess. Taking 6, blocking with wall. Does Goldfish get a spoiler? I haven't heard officially, but I would assume so. We've gotten one for the last few sets, and it seems to have gone well, and people seem to be happy with the spoiler articles and stuff, so I would expect that we will. Alright, Stonehorn Dignitary. This used to be a thing in Standard. Opponent skips their next combat phase, so we don't have to worry about getting attacked. Maybe reverse werewolf, so when you play it out, the werewolf form, it comes down and transforms all werewolves into their wolf form. That would be kind of cool to... Yeah, I could see that being neat. Opponent passes. Well, I guess we just... Kitchen Finks. I don't know. Our opponent has a pretty impressive board at the moment. Kitchen Finks. We're going to need to draw some Blink spells eventually. Temple Garden. Pass the turn. Legendary Immerwolf. I would have been happy with Huntmaster of the Fells. Like if Huntmaster of the Fells was just a legend. Actually, it's kind of silly that Huntmaster wasn't a legend. Like that would have solved the whole problem right from the beginning. something draw a card. Yeah, that's how I would make any card if I was designing it. Every card should cycle. Oh. I mean, all you gotta do is when a werewolf flips or something like that. Like, you can make it like that simple. Let's block with both Finks and see if we can kill this Thalia. Actually, that was silly. I did not do the math on that. But we get to gain a bunch of life, so now we just need to draw Eerie Interlude. Up to 15. My legendary werewolf would be something like a 5/4 for 4 in red and green. When it enters or transform all werewolves to the human side, then transform it to a 7/6. When it transforms, it also transforms your werewolves and gives them all trample. That'd be interesting. Yeah, not much reprints these days. Julian, thank you for the follow. For some reason, I just kind of spaced on that. I was thinking we could... I don't know what I was thinking there, but I wasn't thinking anything that was very smart. Are there any plane set you'd like to see Wizards revisit? Oh, I want to see another Time Spiral block. Time Spiral is one of my favorites. I would also be fine. I'm not a big fan of Kamigawa, but they might be able to do it right. Like, there might be a way to do Kamigawa right. Marsh Flats is not what we wanted. Let's Horizon Canopy, sack it, hopefully draw action. More kitchen finks. Well, we're just gonna go kitchen finks all around. The problem is we don't have any blink cards. We haven't drawn a single blink card. I'd have a 1-mana hybrid red-green creature that's a 2/1 on its face with a 3-mana activated ability to transform to a werewolf. Flip side would be a 3/3 with Immerwolf text. That would be cool. Oh, return to masks? I don't know about that. Yeah, a Blood Moon, Moat, and yeah, Blood Moon and Snaring Bridge, card draw, all stapled together. Maybe with Stasis. That would be my ideal werewolf. What's up, Byron? How you doing tonight? Yeah, we have the... If our kitchen finks were Biovisionary, we would have won the game already. Oops, all finks. New Phyrexia. Now with colorless mana, generic mana, and artifacts, so Affinity can dominate Modern like Eldrazi did. I like artifact sets. That's one of the reasons I'm really excited for Kaladesh, is I really like artifact planes and sets. Alright, let's just block with this Wall of Omens. So, I don't even know how we win from here is the problem. Not by Wall of Omens. Alright, redraw. Probably involves chaining together blink spells and getting evasive creatures. Ooh. That's an eerie interlude. Now we just need to find an Eternal Witness for the loop. This is going to be a pretty sweet eerie interlude. Will you stream Oops All Spell Deck? Yeah, probably at some point. I think we need to at some point. You don't like artifact sets, D-Many? Opponent attacks. We'll take it. Well, let's eerie interlude. Blink 'em all. Wait, why does that say 4? Oh, because of Thalia. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're probably going to kill one of our Finks. Actually, let's sack Marsh Flats. Get another land out of our deck. Grab an Overgrown Tomb. Tapped. Now we'll blink everything. They're going to kill something, but we still should draw a card and make them skip their next combat step. Time Spiral, but warp the mechanics this time. Metalcraft, now you get Elfcraft. Yeah, okay. They're gonna kill a Kitchen Finks. I kind of just wanted to see what they would do as far as not blocking. Oh, Hallowed Moonlight would be so bad. Luckily, no one plays that in Modern, and Containment Priest isn't in Modern. Our opponent's board is getting big. Very big. I think our way to win is drawing Eternal Witness after we get rid of Grim Lavamancer. This is going to get grindy. Another Lavamancer. Oh man, our Wrath would be so sweet. Well, we get the crew back. Gain 6, draw a card. Opponent skips their next attack. I did see your email, Trav. Oh no, land? If we draw double lands... Oh! Now I think we're just dead. They're gonna flip everything? Yeah, drawing 2 lands there was real bad. Mel Anson, thank you for the follow. Why don't I play Magus of the Disc? That's a good question. No one really plays Magus of the Disc, though. Do we just die right now? I mean, we are dead. I guess they can't attack this turn, but their board is gonna be so huge. We literally are gonna have to combo off somehow. Which is going to be difficult because they have lots of removal. What's up, Stitches? Mega sees a little bit of play, but not that much play. Did you ever get the email about my 4-color modern tainted remedy deck? I believe so, but I will have to double check on that. How long ago was that? Yeah, Door to Nothingness is pretty spicy. Do we have a way to get out of this? Gather the townfolk, okay. Magus Tribal, that would be an interesting against odds. I could see putting Magus Tribal on the against odds pool. Come on, action of some kind. Opponent's gonna bolt a Sphinx, get some wolves. All the wolves flip. Oh my goodness. You should do a Sliver Lantern control against the odds. That's quite the mashup. I don't know if that would work. Yeah, Siege Rhino doesn't do it here. That was interesting. How do we... Oh, man. We don't have any real RAS. I guess we can bring in Engineered Explosives. Is semi-Wrath-like. Oh, I'm sorry, Carol. I don't know what happened in that game. They played many humans and we could not deal with any of them. And we ran fairly poorly. What are we going down? Maybe just one Thragtusk. Let's try it like that. What about World Gorger Door of Nothingness combo? Doesn't Door of Nothingness enter the battlefield tapped? I think. That would complicate things. I mean, it wouldn't be impossible, but you'd have to have a way to untap it. Alright. Only one land, but we got birds, we got blink, and we got a wall of omens, so this is probably fine. Windswept Heath, crack it. Temple Garden, untapped, and Birds of Paradise. See if they bolt our birds. We are, I should update that, we are in our first match still, and we are 1-1 in this match. When's the best time to play Interlude? When you have a lot of enter the battlefield abilities on the board? Ooh, Thragtusk is sweet if we get to it. Well, let's wall. Hope we draw land. Land? Alright, Windswept Heath, crack it. Let's just get a forest and play another birds. So we're a land away from from Thragtusk Restoration Angel starting off on turn 3, which would be pretty insane. Wall of Shards is a perfect card for that deck. I think you just... Did you just send me an email about Polytel in Modern, like today? Because I think I read that today. What's up, Retroid? How's it going? Alright, our opponent's going wide with humans. We are rooting for a land for Thragtusk. Our opponent tags, we block. Land for Thragtusk? Yes! Things are looking good. Well, Thragtusk and Restoration Angel, if you didn't play Standard when that was around, it is really insane. That was the best thing to do in Standard for a long time. The original Siege Rhino, pretty much. I mean, is it better to run it during your turn or theirs since it's an instant? Most of the time I would use it on my opponent's turn, but it really depends on the board state and what's going on. So it's not as simple as just always playing it on your opponent's turn. but I would tend towards playing on my opponent's turn most of the time. Am I ever going to play a janky version of Thopter Sword? I am going to play a version of Thopter Sword. Will it be janky? I'm not 100% sure, because it's not that janky of a combo, really. Probably formerly known as Evernow Better here. Very good, D-Many. Yeah, we will play it at some point. What do we get here? Stonehorn Dignitary. Are we worried about our opponent attacking? I kind of want to actually play a threat. Let's just pass for now. And resto to blink Wall of Omens to draw a card. I am interested in doing 5-color Hondens. I won an Eternal Masters draft with 4-color Hondens, and it made me think that that could be a good against the odds deck. It seems really slow though in Modern. That's my biggest worry, is it'll just be too slow. Is it Huntmaster? There's Huntmaster. Should play Keranos with Splinter Twin combo in the next Commander Clash. Actually, we're gonna have a Anything Goes week coming up, so I could if I wanted to. That might be funny. Alright, let's block and then Restoration Angel to blink our wall. Draw a card. So we really need to just be able to fly over this deck. Alright. Marsh Flats. So let's get in with Restoration Angel. Play Stonehorn Dignitary. Keep our opponent from attacking. Marsh Flats, go. Anything Goes week for Commander Clash, so you're not going to have a budget. So we're going to do an Anything Goes, like no theme week, where we still have a budget. What's up, Holy Diva? We're going to have a no theme week, but then we're also going to do a no budget week. So both at some point. I think we need to path this Huntmaster so it doesn't flip. How do we send deck lists? We would like to see you try out. So you can tweet me or email me, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com, or Twitter, saffronolive. If you email me, I respond much faster usually on Twitter. If you email me, I get a lot of emails, so I am not always the most timely responder. So don't think I don't like you or don't like your deck. It's just a matter of me being really busy. Well, Kitchen Finks gains us some life. Opponent's down to 2 cards. Let's Flicker Wisp, blink the Wall of Omens, I think. Horizon Canopy, pass the turn. End over end, thank you for the follow. Ooh, Witness is very good. Well, it's not that good right now, but Witness lets us combo off if we ever get an Eerie Interlude. Another Champion of the Parish. When do we play the Time Civ deck on Against the Odds? I need to do that. I know I need to do that. I haven't figured out how to squeeze it in, but I'm going to have to do just like a special episode or something and do it. PN Karen Nalar. Man, our opponent is playing a lot of interesting cards. Can I send you a Hellcarver Demon deck? You said you were interested in doing one on Against the Odds in an old stream. Yeah, definitely. One Zombie, thank you for the follow. I'd rather draw a card there than keep our opponent from attacking. Doran, yeah, could be alright. We do have some high toughness creatures. Now I think we just block with our Kitchen Finks. Our opponent's out of cards, which is good news. Kitchen Finks comes back. We get to sack Horizon Canopy to draw a card. So, sack this, draw a card. Blink? Maybe? Another Finks. Another land. Alright, let's... Eternal Witness. Get back Horizon Canopy. Horizon Canopy. Another Kitchen Finks. Pass the turn. What's the best way to send Jake a Pauper deck list? Jeez. He puts his email in the bottom of his Pauper articles. I can't remember if it's like Pauper at mtggoldfish.com or Jake at mtggoldfish.com. But there is a MTG Goldfish email that you can email Jake with stuff like that. Cactus Jack, thank you for the follow. I don't think Jake is here at the moment. I haven't seen him here tonight. I think you should try to take out the vials and something else and put Elvish Visionary and Court of Calling in. I would like Court of Calling in the deck. Court of Calling seems very good. Not 100% sure on Visionary. Maybe it would be good. If it's a safe link, you're welcome to post it here. Opponent's going to go attacking. We are going to kill Thalia's Lieutenant and block with a Birds of Paradise, I think, that isn't doing a whole lot at the moment. If they want to sack a Thopter to kill a Finks, that's fine. I tuned up the Against Odds Worldfire deck in my LGS on Thursday Night Modern this week. Added a ton of counter spells. Joria, Spelltwine's Counterlash to Worldfire without the combo. That sounds sweet. Have you played it yet, or you're going to be playing it this week? Why not play Noble Hierarch over Birds of Paradise? So I didn't actually brew this deck, but I'm assuming it's because we actually do want black mana at some points. Alright, let's sack Horizon Canopy. Wildwood wasn't really what we were hoping for. Come on, action. Ugh, another Wildwood. Man, I feel like we are drawing so many lands and it's really hurting us. Pauper at mtgoldfish.com. That sounds about right. Oh, I think we're gonna lose. We're just not drawing anything. Yeah, whoa. They're swinging with everything? Okay. So we kill Pia and Karen. We block. We block there. We trade there. We block there. We block there. And we're taking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is this right? I really want to leave Eternal Witness in case we get Eerie Interlude, but maybe it doesn't matter at this point. Maybe we should just trade with that as well. Yeah, I guess that's fine. So we're taking 5, 8, 9. Alright, let's see what happens. That is a surprising attack. Alright. Sack targeting our beast. I don't think that was necessarily bad for us. Oh, no! Oh. Ben, thanks for the follow. We lost our Eternal Witness and then drew our Eerie Interlude. Oh, I shouldn't have blocked. Well, let's do this right now. Eerie Interlude, bounce, bounce. Actually, definitely should attack first. So let's attack with both. Put our opponent down to 8. Eerie Interlude, bounce, bounce, bounce. Hopefully our opponent didn't draw like a path or something. Alright, we get back our stuff. Now we might still be winning. Man, I really want to draw another card here. Let's be greedy. Let's draw another card with Wall. We could have flickered the champion and made it... Ooh, Siege Rhino's good. Siege Rhino might mean we win next turn. The 5-0 Dream is still alive too. MTG Maniac, thank you for the follow. Gather the Townsfolk. Makes our opponent's creatures even bigger. But they can't attack, remember. And we haven't seen a way for our opponent to give them trample. Zipster, thank you for hanging out. I'm glad you finally got to catch it. I think Eerie Interlude is just strictly better than Ghostway. Our opponent can't attack. We get back our Wall. We draw Siege Rhino for the win. Path. Path is reasonable. So let's get in with Flicker Wisp. Play a Siege Rhino. Put our opponent to 2. Forest. And pass the turn. I think we're good. So why did the Wednesday stream get canceled? Basically, the middle of my week was just super overloaded. So that's the main reason. The middle of the week was just killing me. We had... Well, first off, I'm trying to make an edit Against the Odds, which is the most time-consuming of the video series that I do. So that was one thing. And then we had stream on Tuesday, stream on Wednesday. As soon as the stream finished, I had to get off to record Commander Clash. And then on Thursdays, I was trying to get rough drafts done into another stream. So it was just like 15-hour days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And it was, so the stream is what had to go. That was probably a longer version of that story than you were interested in, but long story short, the middle of the week was just way too long for me, unfortunately. Let's block. Actually, no. Let's just block. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, that's fine. And then we should win next turn. Opponent passes. We swing with both, and we got there. I'm hoping that we'll figure out... we figure out a way to bring rough drafts back. Nothing is permanent at this point. So it's not that rough drafts is done for good. It's not that Wednesday streaming is necessarily done for good. We're just trying to figure out the best way of arranging things, and there's other stuff that I really want to work on that I wasn't having time to do. So we're just trying to arrange and figure out the best way of doing that stuff, the most productive way. So, one round done. So that means that Rough Drafts could be back. Rough Drafts was a Draft a Limited series I was doing. I love doing the content. Well, that's why we're arranging some of the things with, or rearranging some of the things and figuring it out. And the other thing is, I don't really, feel like it's work most of the time. because I really love it. And before I was working at Goldfish, I was playing Magic as much as possible in my free time. So I'm getting to do what I what I love to do. So it doesn't always feel like work, but there is something to be said for having some sort of balance to life. And I still love Limited, and I still love Rough Draft, so I'm really hopeful that we'll be able to keep doing it. I know the big thing was, right now, it's not that Rough Drafts is gone forever. Rough Drafts is kind of switch from every week. So we're still going to have Rough Drafts when new sets come out, Eternal Masters, Eldritch Moon, maybe Cube now and then. But what was really adding up was trying to do every flashback draft. When I first started doing Rough Drafts, the idea of the series was it would be not a every week thing, but a sometimes, like, once a month, couple times a month type thing. Oh, I'm glad you appreciate the editing. The editing it does take some work depending on the series. I hope more people start, that do Magic content, start taking the time to edit more, because I think it really improves the quality of the content. What is my favorite non-blue counter? Guttural Response for Modern. Thank you for the follow, someone whose names I missed. Or Pyroblast. Those would be... I can't think of too many other ones. What's the black one? Dash Hopes? Dash Hopes might be on there too. Actually, Dash Hopes is really bad though, but... we'll keep this. Do I think the new... do you like the new Emrakul that was spoiled? I do. I think the new Emrakul is very good. I think... Oh, Mental Misstep is blue though. The problem with counters of other colors is they counter blue spells most often. Imp's Mischief? That's not a true counter though, is it? Really? I don't think of Imp's Mischief as a counter. That's like a redirection thing. Is our opponent on Storm? The new Beatnik Emrakul? I don't know if I've seen the new Beatnik Emrakul. Oh, Mana Tithe is a good one. How did I forget Mana Tithe? That would definitely be near the top of the list for non-blue counters. Probes. This does kind of look like Storm. Main deck, we don't have much that interacts with Storm at all. Oh, no, you can add me on Magic Online. You're more than welcome to. If you message me on Magic Online, I try, if I'm not in the middle of recording, to answer questions and stuff. I have people try to challenge me to matches, and usually that doesn't work out, because most of the time when I'm on Magic Online, I'm creating content of some kind. So, normally I'm not able to accept requests for matches, but that's just a time constraint thing. Lapse of Certainty. I don't remember what that does, but I remember the card. Does it counter a spell that targets you, or a permanent you control or something? I wonder if you ever thought about doing a deck tech for non-budget versions of budget Magic after the matches. I haven't. Do you think that would be beneficial? Ooh, this is Storm. Well, we kind of have the loop, though. Alright, let's just Marsh Flats, crack it. Overgrown Tomb, untapped. Play a Kitchen Finks. Do I play Sealed at all? Seems like most of your limited is drafts. I play Sealed rarely, but I'm not a huge Sealed player. I prefer drafts. I'm better at drafts. So all around, if I'm going to play limited, most of the time I'm going to play draft. The Aurora deck was pretty sweet. It would be Rogue Deck Builder does for gadget. Does Rogue Deck Builder do upgrade videos? What's my favorite format? Oh, that's a tough question. I really love Legacy, but I don't play it as much as I wish I did. I think it might be my favorite, but I would probably rank them Limited, Legacy, Modern, Standard in that order. Alright, let's just go Wall of Omens, draw another card. I think this is fine. Path to Exile isn't especially relevant. Do I own Goldfish? Is there more people working there? So I am the content manager, director at Goldfish. So I'm in charge of the content stuff. Richard, who does the podcast and we do the supplemental product battle videos, he actually started the site and owns the site. And he does all the programming and that type of stuff. So otherwise, we have a few other, like Tomer and Jake do writing. Island Swamp writes about vintage. But as far as actual employees, it is me and Richard. I am a full-time employee of MTG Goldfish. That is my job right now. So I do not have another job at the moment. I'm full-time content director at Goldfish, which is awesome. It is a super awesome job. So I think we just pass and plan on Eerie Interlude to blink everything and draw a bunch of cards. This, we'll have to see if our opponent can kill us. They need to pretty much kill us this turn. The Mono Blue Tron video, that was that's Budget Magic trivia. There's actually 2 episodes of Budget Magic way back in the beginning that Richard did. And one was Mono Blue Tron, and one was Mono Black Humans. What's your job, Stitches? Most likely not. Maybe if you're like a rock star, I would consider it. Otherwise, I really love my job. Oh my lord. I need to do that on... Oh. I needed to do that earlier. Wow, maximum punished. Well, Horizon Canopy. That was a long time ago. Siege Rhino. I guess I need a second main phase stop set on our opponent's turn. Eerie Interlude. We get everything back. Another Flicker Wisp. Windswept Heath. Gain some more life. Alright, pass the turn. I didn't have a second main phase stop set on our opponent's turn, so when we Eerie Interluded, it was our opponent's end of turn, so we didn't get our creatures back, so we couldn't attack with Kitchen Finks. I don't think it really mattered. It cost us 2 damage, but I don't think it's the difference between winning and losing the game. Ritual, Ritual, Ritual. Yeah, I don't think it changed the clock, but it was still a misplay. And it's probably a good thing, because now I have a stop set. Alright, let's Path to Exile this Electromancer before it gets more out of control. Manamorphose, Manamorphose. Can they kill us here is the real question. It's not necessarily over yet. They have 5 mana floating. They could still fizzle. The mono black deck was like a couple standards ago, like Con standard. It was before I started doing Budget Magic. Serum Visions. That might be a good sign. That's kind of a waste of mana. Well, we couldn't have pathed it any earlier. Can I turn up the music just a little bit? Certainly. Music up slightly. I think our opponent's going to fizzle. I have faith. Faith in the fizzling. Oh no, another ritual? 5 mana? If they have 6 mana, they can Past in Flames and start doing everything all over again? Past in Flames with 1 mana, that doesn't do it, right? They need an additional probes. They need an additional mana. Oh! Down to 1. Alright, we'll see. F6 time. Ritual. Oh, now I'm thinking we're probably dead. Ritual. Yeah, I guess it would have mattered. Manamorphose. Past in Desperate Ritual. I don't know what their storm count is right now. It's got to be pretty high. They also need an actual storm card, so they got to have the Grape Shot or something. I'm not going to scoop until they show me a Grape Shot. Well, we got the second main phase stop set now, so in the future we can Eerie Interlude at the right time. Thanks for the follows. Yeah, if it's not Grape Shot, they're dead. Empty the Warrens doesn't do it here. I don't know. I don't see storm count, and it's not showing up in the chat. Our opponent might be trying to count. Maybe that's why they're taking so long right now. They're trying to count back and see how many spells they actually cast. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. So they can probably see if they have a Grape Shot in their hand. Well, Pyromancer's Ascension? Interesting. Thought Scour. Thanks for the follow, Wolf. Yeah, it kind of seems like they don't have it if they are playing Pyromancer's Ascension. That's a good sign. They have a bunch of draws still, though. Sleight of Hand. Do all these all have... Our opponent is eating their own clock. Serum Vision. Ascension is broken? How is Ascension broken? Ritual. Doubles Ritual. Yeah, just in time for me to get killed by Storm Stew. Manamorphose. If there was a storm card in their graveyard, I believe so. I don't think Ulrich is that great. It's okay. But I don't expect it to... There's the Grape Shot with... Alright, so our opponent did have it. Thanks for the follow. That was fun. Well, we do have a bit of hate for this deck. Rest in peace, Eidolon. Rexage, Sin Collectors, Golgari Charm, maybe even Engineered Explosives. I hope we aren't going to do... I hope we aren't going to do any crazy pack openings again. That was not good. That was like losing 50 tickets in one swoop. So what do we take out here? Get rid of your interludes. Path. Oh, Path is an interesting one. Yeah, I guess Decay is better than Path. Probably better than Golgari Charm. Although Golgari Charm, if they make a bunch of Goblin tokens, it's good. What else do we go down? Take out the vials? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Something like that? Alright. We can try it. Vials, we have Vial out. I think Vial out's fine in this one. Alright, let's try it. We just want to be able to disrupt them, hopefully play a big threat, and win. Liliana's going to kill Emrakul? I don't know about that. You would keep Vial Stew? Maybe I should be keeping it. Ugh. Alright, I guess we got to mulligan that one. Ooh, Eidolon of Rhetoric is pretty good. I don't think we need another wall. So let's just Overgrown Tomb, tapped, pass the turn. Shivan Reef. Ooh, and a Rexage. Razor Verge Thicket, and Wall of Omens. Draw a card. Windswept Heath. I don't know if Liliana can beat Emrakul. That seems a little unlikely to me. I kind of hope so. Emrakul needs to get beaten down. Steam Vents. And Ascension. Well, luckily we have a Rexage. Windswept Heath. Crack Windswept Heath. Spoilers don't officially start until next week. Foil Zombie Token is cool. Let's play Eidolon first, though. Pass the turn. We can Rexage next turn to get rid of Ascension. I think we're better off getting Eidolon down first, really, because they can't turn on the Ascension through the Eidolon. So they cast their one spell, sure, whatever. Then next turn we Rexage, kill Pyromancer's Ascension, and then... Actually, I don't even... Do we even do that? Or do we just leave up Resto? If we leave up Resto for the rest of the game, can our opponent win? Alright, so what's... So what do you think? Do we kill Pyromancer's Ascension? Or just leave up... Alright. Alright. We'll kill Ascension, and then we'll start leaving up Resto. I guess this makes sense. I agree. Pass the turn. Good call. Good call, chat. We'll leave up Resto from here on out. Thought Scour. Mills some stuff. So I guess this is our opponent's one turn. If they can, like... Alright, they can't. So now I think it's game over. We can beat down for 3 a turn, so it's a 5-turn clock. If they ever go to bounce our Eidolon, we just blink it with Resto. So crack Marsh Flats, get Temple Garden. Opponent has to discard. Thanks for the follow, Alphabeta. And our set got tenure. Oh, Sin Collector. Alright. I don't think we're going to worry about Sin Collector. Let's just beat down, leave up Resto. I think that's fine. Serum Visions for our opponent. Chandra is going to kill Emrakul? Is Chandra even fighting? Well, I guess Chandra is there and fighting, so... I guess that makes sense. Alright. Opponent passes. We're just going to do nothing until we win. I guess without Eerie Interlude, I don't need one. If we have Eerie Interlude in our deck, I should probably just leave it on, or else we're going to potentially run into that issue again. But we sided out Eerie Interlude, so remind me to turn it back on when we have Eerie Interlude in our deck. Or else that will happen again. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they'll all get new printings, but I think they're all technically there. The Justice League. Chasing Emrakul around the world. Put our opponent down to 5. Well, they're running out of time if they're going to deal with this Eidolon. How much do I follow the MTG story? Not all that much. I mean, I followed it a little. I appreciate the history of the game and the decks and the cards, but I've never been super big into the lore in, like, Vorthos aspect. Desperate Ravings with Flashback. Flooded Strand. Well, our opponent's down to their last turn, and I don't think it's going to work for them. Wonder if we'll ever get a playable Tibalt card. I think if they print another one, it'll be playable. And probably not 2 mana. Opponent discards. Horizon Canopy. We've been streaming, a little over an hour now. Put our opponent down to 1. Liliana will join the Gatewatch. Chandra will hurt Liliana, can't heal with her Jays, have a hissy fit, and Big Daddy Ugin comes down and smacks Emrakul. So you think it is Ugin that beats Emrakul? Chandra gets arrested for being a pyromancer. I don't know. I could imagine Liliana joining the Oath. I could see that. I could see that being a thing. Alright, we're running it back. I think our deck is set up fairly well. Nicole Bolas instead of Ugin. It's Norin. Norin is probably the least likely to kill anyone. He is pretty cowardly. Yeah, we played a Burning Vengeance Tibalt deck a while ago and against the odds. That was actually pretty sweet. Madness could work as well, though. The problem, the randomness makes it so bad. If it was just like the reverse looting, like, I guess Nahiri, essentially, it would be pretty good. But the fact that you have to discard randomly makes it so bad. Well, we have an Abrupt Decay. Back to see me lose to Storm. So, Stu, I think you're bad luck. When you come in, I lose to Storm. When you're gone, I win against Storm. So I think maybe it's your fault. That's true. It's like casting a hymn on yourself every turn. Good times in Tibalt Land. Who has a link to the cards that have been spoiled so far? I think I can get you one. There's only 3, but that should take you to the spoilers. I think I have more GP Pro points and PTQ top 8s from playing Storm than playing any other deck. I didn't realize you were such a Storm Pro, Stu. What are you playing at Pittsburgh, Stu? Black-white? No, you're playing green-white tokens, aren't you? Serum Visions. Reforge the soul with the minus of Tibalt. Yeah, I could see accountants being a good fit for playing Storm decks. Natural fit. Alright, let's crack Windswept Heath. Get a Temple Garden. Play a Windswept Heath. Pass the turn. We don't have the hate cards in this hand. So most likely green-white. I'm taking blue-white Turbo Frog to Wednesday Night Magic tomorrow. Awesome! I think you'll have fun with it. I think new players, at least some of them, will be confused by Coke's, because it's worded in a way that makes you think you should just be able to grab an Eldrazi from anywhere. Like, if you read that card and you don't know the rules and haven't read the comprehensive rules, it sounds like, oh, I should be able to just, like, grab a Eldrazi out of my backpack. Alright, let's crack Windswept Heath, get a Godless Shrine tapped. So, how important is leaving up Abrupt Decay? Like, do we just get a clock going and hope we live? Or do we leave up Abrupt Decay in case they play an Ascension? We're not going to win without a clock, though. So you would just leave up Decay, Stu? Alright. Oh, but a clock. But if we don't do anything, we give them so much time to sculpt their dream Storm hand. What do you think Relentless Dead needs to become a standard staple? I think one of the biggest issues is Declaration in Stone. Okay. That makes a good argument for Vile. I also could have tried to mulligan for a Birds or something. We probably die either way, unfortunately. We could draw a Rest in Peace. Awesome! It's cool that other people are playing budget. Very sweet, Rufio. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, Drowsy are going to be around for a while. Yeah, white and green are pretty far ahead of everything else in our current standard. It's a little weird that white has the best creatures and the best removal, which is usually black. And then green has the best card advantage, which is usually blue. And I don't know who has the best burn spell. I guess there just isn't one. No one has a good burn spell in standard. More abrupt decays. Alright, Windswept Heath, go. Zynga! Awesome. Hugs from the US. Abzan, okay, Abzan's the best burn spell. I wanted to buy the basic lands opponents play in Paper Magic. I always play them on MTGO, and I thought they can't be expensive. I've never been so wrong. Yes. The cool promo lands are pretty cheap on Magic Online. They are incredibly expensive in the paper world. Oh. Green-white aggro. Well, I think we've learned that it's not that Jace is absurdly good. It's that fetch lands are absurdly good with Jace. That's the moral of that story. Oh yeah, Goggles and Fall of the Titans. What do you think to It That Betrays and Trading Post Trondrak is an alternate finisher? It'd probably be fine. It's a little expensive. Really, you would want to see fetches banned in Legacy, Stu? That sounds crazy. Crazy talk. Why is our opponent not doing anything? Can they literally just do nothing because of Abrupt Decay? Is that what's happening? Well, let's play a Finks. Half a card was just spoiled. The back half of Hanweir? We need the angel to blink our kitchen Finks, Stu. We got to get to 40 life so we can win with Felidar Sovereign. There's the Electromancer. Well, there's Abrupt Decay. There's more rituals. In response, are we dead? 6 mana. Past in Flames. Oh, Desperate Ritual. Read Felidar Sovereign, Stu. Then you'll understand. We're dead anyway. But yes, I probably should have played the Angel there. We're just gonna Grape Shot, Past in Flames Grape Shot? Is that the deal? Or double Grape Shot? Alright. Well. Little disappointing. 1-1. Storm. Who plays Storm these days? Other than Stu, apparently. Ever consider Boom Bees for budget Magic? Boom Bees is a thing? I don't know what those words mean. Boom Bee. I'm assuming it's boom and boom bust, and then Hornet Sting. You somehow loop Hornet Sting for 1 damage over and over again until you win? I don't know. That's the first I've heard of it. I haven't heard about half a card being spoiled. That is news to me. Whoever mentioned it in chat might know. I'm looking on Reddit right now, and I don't see a half of a card anywhere. Oh, wait. This doesn't look like a card to me. Is it this from Wizard's Tumblr? I don't think this is an actual card, but... Blasphemous Act, Chain Reaction, and Horn NS Moral Reckoner. That's pretty sweet. Click New? Where do I click New? Alright, let me see this half a card. Ooh. Hanweir the Writhing Township. See, this is really another Eldrazi set. Trample Haste. Whenever Hanweir the Writhing Township attacks, put 2 3/2 colorless Eldrazi horror creature tokens onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. So it's got to be a land. And I don't know how you flip it, but it's got to be a colorless land. It's fake. I don't know where it, I don't see any confirmation of it, so it could very well be fake. Well, Lovecraft, Eldrazi. Is that what the number is? Uh, 130. Wait, 2 out of 205? Is that the size of the set? Is it 205? That's a really weird set size. Finks and Eerie Interlude, and that's it? That's a lot of lands. Think we mulligan. Finks and Path to Exile. Alright. Not much improved. Siege Rhino. That's a real card. That is an odd set size. Oh. Thank you, Deadpan. Good call. Gotta have that main phase stop, or we're going to have some issues. 205 new Eldrazi cards. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's hard to investigate that stuff while I'm streaming, so if Wizards Twitter tweeted it, then it is not fake. Maybe this is just all a elaborate troll, and there's no Emrakul, there's no Eldrazi, and it's just going to be regular Innistrad. Well, isn't Emrakul like number 6? There's no way you can't have a colorless card at 130 and a colorless card at 6, unless it's gonna like. Unless it's a green card or something that flips around into a colorless card. Well, this hand seems pretty good against Burn. We get to Path the Goblin Guide, Kitchen Finch Siege Rhino. I mean, I don't think it really is a troll, but it would be funny if all of this was a troll and then Monday, kind of like they did with Conspiracy. Yeah. Colored cards that turn into colorless cards. That does make sense. Yeah, there's going to be some just straight up colorless cards. At least there's not any more of the colorless mana. Oh, that was... In retrospect, that seems like a disaster. The colorless mana. All around. The Scarecrow set? No, I don't think it really is a troll, but it would be funny. If I was running Wizards, I would make a troll like that. Alright, opponent is going to attack with Goblin Guide. We get to see what's on top of our deck. It is another Siege Rhino. Alright, we will keep Siege Rhino. Let's just play a tap land, pass the turn. Yeah, it's Goblins. Goblins is fine. This hand is still pretty good against Goblins. Megamorph has the worst name in Mechanic history. Recent Mechanic history. Oh, Megamorph was such a silly name. Oh boy, here they come. Goblins, goblins everywhere. Alright, let's see. Goblin Guide reveals Eerie Interlude, crack our Marsh Flats, get a Plains. Goblin Guide reveals Resto. Alright, let's path the Pile Driver, which is going to ruin us. Enjoying the music? This is the good old Freak Fandango Orchestra. Alright, down to 10. Super Duper Megamorph. Super Duper Morph, I see. Fanatic. Opponent's down to 2 cards, and we get to start playing Siege Rhinos essentially every turn. Hopefully this is good enough. So Siege Rhino, up to 13. Pass the turn. Mighty Morphin Super Megamorph. Another Pile Driver. Hopefully they do not have a whack effect. Whack effect 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright. That does it. What do you think of adding Archangel Thune and Spike Feeder? Would it be a good 2-card addition to this deck as an alternate win condition and gain life synergy? Maybe. I mean, you could put that combo in the deck. I think if you're going to go in that combo, you'd want to be, and we might want to be doing this anyway, but getting rid of Ether Vials, and in the place of Ether Vials, playing Court of Callings to pull together the combo pieces. So I think you would want to make that change as well. Alright. I think we get rid of Eerie Interlude. We might also get rid of Ether Vials. Bring in a couple Abrupt Decays. All of our removal. Thoughts on Lone Missionary to lower the curve? Could be a good 1 or 2 of, or a sideboard option. I think this is fine. It seems like this, if we can stabilize a tiny bit, this should be really good. We were about a turn away from stabilizing in that game and really taking over. Would you like to play first? Yes, please. Jeez, the all removal hand? Hopefully our birds lives. Windswept Teeth, crack it. Get a forest and birds of paradise. Pass the turn. Ooh, all non-basics are waste would be pretty sweet. That might be even more punishing than Blood Moon, actually. Yeah, I've seen other lists that do not have Ether Vial. So I think there would be, you could build this like a chord list and that might be better. I think we could use more Blood Moon effects. Goblin Guide pumps up Foundry Street. Goblin Guide. Oh, so many goblins. Alright, well, we get a free scry pretty much, or two actually, with Goblin Guides. So Goblin Guide reveals Wall of Omens. I kind of want Wall of Omens. Alright, let's Abrupt Decay Foundry Street. What are you banning me for, Stu? Liking Blood Moon? Alright, let's draw the Wall of Omens. Windswept Teeth. Crack Windswept Teeth. Get a Plains and Wall of Omens. Draw some life gain, Wall of Omens. Thank you for the follow. Or a Stirring Wildwoods. Pass the turn. Alright. Well, we got a pretty good defense set up, depending on what our opponent has. And we can cash in Horizon Canopy for a card. And we got removal spells, so I think we're doing alright. I think we need some sort of non-basic hate. I'm amazed that they didn't give us a Ghost Quarter or a Tech Edge or anything like that. Stitches! Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Goblin Bushwhacker. Alright. Pumps up the crew. Well, we get some scries. Alright, get a Stirring Wildwoods. And Golgari Charm. I kind of want to draw a Golgari Charm as well. So let's just Path a Goblin Guide. Block a Goblin Guide. We could have a whole moon cycle so no new players can learn about Langering. I like how you think. I would be down. Let's just Stirring Wildwood and pass the turn. We want to stay out of range of like double Goblin Grenade or something if we can. I wish Prophetic Flame Speaker was a thing in Modern. That card was wicked fun in Standard with RTR. It's a cool card, but it wasn't even really played in Standard from what I remember. Like very fringe, but it definitely wasn't like a staple in Standard. Mogwar Marshal into the teeth of the Golgari Charm that our opponent knows about because we had to reveal the top card of our deck. Blood Moon is on the list. I don't know why. How can you not like Blood Moon? It punishes people for being greedy. I think that's a very fair card. If you're gonna play mono non-basic lands and play a Johnny or like Jun splashing a Johnny, you deserve to be punished. There's no... Man, did our opponent not read Golgari Charm? It kind of seems like they did not read Golgari Charm, because they are going to get super blown out by Golgari Charm. You can play Magic if you don't get too greedy. I didn't make you be greedy. Alright, so... Do we want to keep our wall alive? Maybe? I guess we can't. Well, I guess we can just take Goblin Guide damage. Opponent attacks. We have a Finks on top. Alright, let's just give everything -1, -1 until end of turn. We do lose our birds, but that's alright. Opponent gets another token. We drop to 10, which I think is okay because we get to untap and Kitchen Finks to go back to 12 out of burn range. Stirring Wildwood go. Yeah, I should have blocked the guide there, correct. You're the most creative brew around I know of. I've tried to brew around Sundial and Time Stop. I could see Sundial of the Infinite being a really good against the odds card. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's okay. Punt accepted. Alright, opponent's going wide. I don't think they can kill us, though, with only one card. They go on the big attack. Trample, first strike, blah, blah, blah. Block. Block. Take a couple. Oh, I should have blocked with a Wall of Omens at one point. What was our top card? Birds? Alright, we do not want birds. Crack Marsh Flats. Get a Overgrown Tomb. Tapped. Untap. Windswept Teeth. Ugh. Alright, Horizon Canopy. 1, 2. Yeah, alright, let's just pass. Leave up Stirring Wildwoods. We can Horizon Canopy next turn, potentially. We want to be able to kill Legion Loyalists, most likely, and then still block with Stirring Wildwoods and our other stuff. Are you still going to FNM, or are you focused on MTGO and other events? I don't go to FNM very often. I kind of live in the middle of nowhere, which makes my FNMs far away. Like, there are local gaming stores, but I'm not the biggest fans of the ones that are semi-local. And semi-local is like a half hour from where I live. But to go to ones I like, it's like an hour or sometimes even more. So I don't go to FNMs very often at this point. Fnatic kills our Finks. Come on, no Bushwhacker. Alright, let's Abrupt Decay. Let's tap properly. And Abrupt Decay the Legion Loyalist, I believe. Does our opponent attack? Hey, awesome, Diego. I'm glad you made it. Ooh, opponent does not attack. Well, we're going to crack Horizon Canopy. Live stream right now. Draw card. Ooh, Witness? How can we blow our opponent out with Witness? We can Witness, get back. What was a punt there? Oh, you're looking at old punts? How did I punt there? I'm so confused. But I couldn't let them... If they attacked, they would have triggered their... They would have triggered their creature, the Legion Loyalist. I think it's a Charm. I guess Charm kills a couple things, including our Eternal Witness. Alright. Finks is also kind of appealing, but we can't just play Finks right away. Finks might just be better. Yeah, let's get Finks. I think Finks does more here than the Charm. Oh, okay. I thought someone called a punt there. I was like, I don't even think I did anything this time. Give me a break. I mean, I know I punt. That's, I'm aware of that. I've come to grips with the fact that I do punt on occasion. But that time, I was just, like, passing the turn or something. It's like, how do you punt on your opponent's end phase? End of turn phase. Cleanup phase. Opponent passes. Come on, big draw. Alright, another Finks is good. So I think we're going to start attacking. Let's attack with a Finks. Start getting in some damage. Play a Finks. And play Windswept Heath, pass turn. If we play Windswept Heath, we can animate the Stirring Wildwoods if we need to. I did not play Resto, that's right, and that was a punt. However, it didn't really matter in that scenario. We would have died anyway. Alright, we don't need to crack our Windswept Heath. That's a Siege Rhino. Pretty happy about that draw. Well, let's get in with both. I think we've turned the corner now. Once we get to casting Siege Rhinos. Yeah, I mean, I guess there are ways of honing at your opponent's end of turn, but... Bolts our face, down to 12. Well, we're out of double Goblin Grenade range, so I think we're good. Yeah, we definitely drew fairly well there at the end. Yeah, that setup seemed to work pretty well. Huh? What's up, stream? Maybe try refreshing. I guess Twitch doesn't like sideboarding? Alright, if we live till Thragtusk, this should be good. Foundry Street. Well, untapped, Temple Garden, take the 2, unfortunately. Birds of Paradise, pass the turn. Yeah, you didn't miss anything, thankfully. Yeah, I got an advertisement too, so maybe it wasn't a crash. I actually have the stream going as well, so maybe it wasn't an official crash. Yeah, we didn't actually sideboard anything. There goes our birds. We had already won, hadn't we? We did win. This is a good theme song. Alright, we're taking 4. Our odds of getting to Thragtusk going down a bit. Well, let's Marsh Flats, crack it. Get a Swamp and Wall of Omens. Come on, Kitchen Finks. Or Golgari Charm. And Wall isn't the worst. Oh, so, yeah, I don't know about the ad noise. Sorry. Alright, let me... Hello? Alright, it should be coming back up. OBS, like, was restarting for some reason. Stream. Alright. Alright, hopefully that takes care of it. I don't know what OBS was doing there. It was like booting me and then trying to restart every 10 seconds or something. For some good old OBS. So, we didn't miss anything. Sorry about that, everyone. Did I consider mulling this hand? No. I didn't really consider mulling this hand. Stream. Alright. I don't think this hand is bad. Alright, hopefully that, I mean, it's not insane, but it's not horrible. What OBS was doing there. So we're like dropping to 6. Me and then trying to restart every. We had a birds and they were able to kill it. Good old OBS. Kitchen Finks would be so an awesome draw. Anything. Sorry about that, everyone. Did I consider? Oh, I didn't really consider. Good game. Good game, opponent. All right. I don't think this hand is bad. Echo. All right. Hopefully. Oh. Sorry. When the stream restarted, it unmuted for some reason. Should be fixed. You're missing the best part, too. We just top-decked an Orzhov Pontiff. Alright. Sorry. All kinds of issues all at once. But we drew an Orzhov Pontiff, which means we get to wrath our opponent's board. And that might mean that we live till we get to Thragtusk. Yeah, Pontiff is like Golgari Charm on a body. Alright, Foundry Street. Oh. Ooh, Kitchen Finks is also good. Kitchen Finks means we can crack fetch lands without worrying about dying to Goblin Grenade. Which means we get to play a Thragtusk next turn. Yeah, we are drawing pretty well. So let's Windswept Teeth. Get a... Overgrown Tomb's fine. Now our opponent's really gonna cry, because we Marsh Flats, crack it, and then Thragtusk, back up to 9. And then we even have a Flicker Wisp to flicker our Thragtusk. So I think this is over. I am happy we aren't dead. I was a little surprised too. We were behind there for a minute. Trying to see if Tribal Kithkins are playable? I think it would be definitely like tier 2. I don't think they're like completely unplayable. Whoa! Act of treason, eh? That was unexpected. Okay. Well, we gotta chump our own Thragtusk. But we get to attack with everything. Put our opponent down to some low life total. Flicker Wisp on Thragtusk, and I think this should be the end. Pretty much over. We even get to leave up Whitemane Lion to blink Flicker Wisp to blink Thragtusk. Yep, we either run awesomely or horribly. Thank you for the follow, by the way. They had a they Goblin Grenaded themselves. Alright. And, alright, we're up to 2-1. Sweet. Snuck out another win. Alright, let me update the record here. Oh, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab something to drink while this match is loading. Be super quick. Smash Bros, thank you for the follow. Garrick, thank you, thank you, thank you. Falling on your own grenade. That's what our opponent did. Hopefully crashing is over with for tonight. So, how's the Twitch partnership coming along? Any news? No news. Have you not followed the stream, Stu? Someone banned Stu. Oh, thank you, Garrick. I'm glad the site is beneficial. Alright, so we're still live for the old 4-1. I don't know what we're going to play next stream. Oh, I see. So once I hire you as a writer, then you'll follow the Goldfish Twitch? Sounds like blackmail, Stu. Are you blackmailing me? Alright. Stu's a good guy. For the most part. Alright. Forest go. Necromantic Summons. We played a Reanimator deck around that a while ago. Diex, thank you for the follow. Oh god. Well, I would not have kept this hand if I knew we were playing Infect. This might be a quick one. Yeah, there isn't much of a difference between those two things, Stu. Thanks for the follow. Are we dead already? On turn 2? No. But we're pretty dead. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about the matchup breakdown. What won against the odds this week? So, we are playing Shared Fate this week for Against the Odds. And pretty interesting. Shared Fate is quite the card. It incentivizes you to build a bad deck. So, natural fit for me. It'll be up tomorrow, though. And we have the special bonus limited version coming out tonight. So, keep an eye out for that as well. What are your thoughts on Blue Brains compared to Blue Prison? They're similar. But they're very similar. The prison deck might be better. It is also very grindy. We play the prison deck on stream. I don't know. I think they're fairly equal. Yes, Shared Fate finally won. People have been asking for Shared Fate forever. Brains is less annoying. It doesn't take forever to win. Yeah, Shared Fate is unfortunately... I really wanted to be able to see the cards that our opponent were drawing. Because then we could do all kinds of fun things. Like play really bad cards and see their reaction when they drew them. But since it's exiled face down, it takes away from the fun. Yeah, 2 life is not especially relevant in this matchup. I don't think it's going to be relevant. I mean, I could have played it, but I think it's going to be too slow to really matter. Opponent's going to get in with Ink Moth. We are going to block with Flicker Wisp, lose our Flicker Wisp, and die to Ink Moth next turn. Pendelhaven. Mutagenic Growth. Well, Eternal Witness, get back, Flicker Wisp. We'll play the Vial. I'm eagerly waiting against the odds, coax from the Blind Eternities. That doesn't seem that against the odds to me. That seems like you just play a bunch of really good Eldrazi and probably win because of it. I could still see playing it, though, just because it's the way it's formatted is unique, and you're playing the cards in your sideboards. Isn't the best way to build Shared Fate to not play any win cons? That is kind of the idea, yeah. Because the idea, I mean, you're going to have your opponent drawing from your deck, so you want your opponent to be drawing bad things. So that's pretty much how it works with Shared Fate. Can get them back from exile, but how relevant is that? Like, how often are your Eldrazi's getting exiled? I wish we had Malira in our sideboard. That would be a good hate card. With Blue Prison, form around F&M. Yeah, when I played that deck, that was the biggest takeaway I had, is it took so long to win. Like, I think our league took like 4 or 5 hours. Like, every round took super long. There was never a quick and easy round. Ooh, alright. Our opponent did not have a pump spell. Well, Flicker Wisp. Blink of Plains. Eternal Dominion for next against odds. Yeah, it was weird that our opponent did not use Pendelhaven there. I don't know why they left up green mana. Alright, I guess I should have just played the Vial earlier, because this game, I don't know why we aren't dead. It's really surprising that the game's still going on. I figured we would be dead a couple of turns ago. At least. What's our opponent have now? Oh, Blighted Agent. Alright. Let's draw a Path to Exile right this second. Or a Marsh Flats. Well, I guess we get to Siege Rhino. See, we would have a really sweet loop right now if we weren't playing against Infect. We would be in such awesome shape, but because we're playing against Infect, we're in pretty bad shape. We would be able to just Eerie Interlude, Violent Eternal Witness, get back Eerie Interlude, Eerie Interlude. Well, he didn't kill us last time. Ha! Joke's on all of you. We're still alive. Marsh Flats. Get an Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, where's the unpunt? We're not dead yet. Oh, alright. They didn't do a pump spell the turn before, so I think our opponent's just on blanks. Although, oddly enough, they kind of lost because they didn't Pendelhaven. Oh, if we had one more mana. Well, let's do some attacking. One, two, three. Not with Kitchen Finks. Well, do we attack with everything? Alright, we'll swing with everything. Yeah, I think we probably do win. Darn you, Win. Were you rooting against me? Opponent's going to do some blocking. Maybe. Opponent does some blocking. And the part you forgot is our opponent has a spell skite though, so your plan wasn't going to work anyway. Because they'll just change the target to spell skite. So I think we're dead after all, really. We can't Siege Rhino. Vile is on 3 counters. Yeah, I guess that works. So we can Eerie Interlude. Does this work? Okay, Eerie Interlude, blink everything. Yeah, I think this works. So we Eerie Interlude, blink everything. Yeah, we got it, because we have White Mane Lion, so we blink everything. We don't need to Vial the Witness. We need to Vial the Flicker Wisp. So, we blink everything. Everything comes back into play. We do get to target this because if our opponent doesn't have blue mana, so if they activate Spellskite, they're going to die anyway. Down to 2. We get back Eerie Interlude. Blink, and then we pass the turn, and now we actually have the ability to White Mane Lion, pick up our Flicker Wisp if our opponent has something, but White Mane Lion, pick up Flicker Wisp, Vial in Flicker Wisp to blink something else. Our Rhino wouldn't have come back in until the end of turn. All this stuff wouldn't have happened till our opponent's end of turn, though, so they would have killed us with Blighted Agent. The blinks happen end of turn. Eerie Interlude puts it back end of turn. Flicker Wisp puts it back end of turn. So they would have come back on our end step. We blink the Rhino again. We have to wait until our opponent's end step for it to come back, and then we would have been dead to the Blighted Agent. But with this plan, we could have cast White Mane Lion. Say our opponent, I don't know, could make Glistener Elf unblockable with something, slip through space. We could White Mane Lion, pick up our Flicker Wisp, Vial and Flicker Wisp to get rid of the Glistener Elf. So I think this was the right line. It took me a minute to get there, but if we weren't in danger of dying that turn, the double blink plan would have worked awesomely. But because we could have died that exact turn, it was a lot riskier. What's up, Dark Spy? Welcome, welcome. So our life gain stuff is pretty bad in this matchup since they're playing Infect. We want Abrupt Decays. Abrupt Decays are pretty good. Stonehorn Dignitary also seems pretty good with blinking. We don't have good ways of beating Ink Moth, unfortunately. There's probably even an argument for Sin Collector to take some of their instants or sorceries. Pontiff. What do we go down? We can go down Kitchen Finks. We need to go down... You think Eidolon of Rhetoric is our best card in this? I don't know about Eidolon of Rhetoric. Problem is the man land is only activated... We need to cast it at instant speed, which means we need it off of Ether Vial. How is it no pump spells, though? You still get to cast a spell. We gotta cut stuff, though. We gotta cut 5 cards here. Well, it stops multiple pump spells, but we still die over the course of 2 turns to 1 pump spell a turn. Unfortunately. Maybe we gotta go down Eerie Interludes, go down an Eternal Witness, go down Vial. Alright. I guess we get 1 Vial because I'm running out of time. Ugh. Well, I don't think we want that. Oh, getting worse. Going to 5? Alright. Resto to the bottom. Doc Fax, thank you for the follow. Wooded Foothills. Untapped. Breeding Pool. Noble Hierarch. Come on, lands. Oh, Siege Rhino. Hey, thank you, Bully Boo. I'm glad you like the videos, and thanks so much for getting the playmat. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm not feeling too confident. Glistener Elf. Land? Maybe? Ugh. Lion. Would have cited out Resto. Resto actually can block an Ink Moth, though. That's something. Might have old Croza. We're probably... Nah, not dead yet. Maybe dead. Yeah, alright. That was an easy one. Well, that's good. It gives us more time to work on this sideboard. And we're on the play, so that'll help. So wait. You wanted Vials in this matchup? Vials in is the thinking. I don't know if we go to 4 there. Maybe you go to 4 there, but we had Wall of Omens, and we get a Scry. So if we draw one, if we can scry into a land, then we get Wall of Omens, which hopefully gets us another land, which hopefully gets us to Eternal World, or Eternal Witness. The song is "We'll Save the World" by the Freak Fandango Orchestra. Hopefully gets us to Eternal Witness, which gets us back another land. Rest in peace? It's like this? Yeah, Cloud Shift is a little too narrow, and we have Cloud Shifts essentially on bodies, which make them a little better. Alright, let's try it like that. Just being on the play will be helpful. Yeah, it's hard to find music that doesn't get the stream muted. Oh my god. Oh. Well. That is many restos and many flicker wisps. That's one of the oddest looking hands I've ever seen. That is a full house. You are totally right. The path's nice. Alright, I can deal with this. Our opponent's also mulliganing. We're going to Flicker Wisp to the bottom, I think. Windswept Heath, crack it. Get a... Overgrown Tomb, untapped. Birds of Paradise. Pass the turn. Yeah, this hand's pretty good. Hopefully we just get a land and get to Sin Collector this turn would be nice. And Path is helpful. Glistener Elf. Now, Overgrown Tomb, untapped. Sin Collector. Hopefully strip something good from our opponent's hand. Vines, Mutagenic Growth, Rancor, Glistener Elf, Ink Moth. I think we might take Mutagenic Growth, since they don't have another green source. That means they can't really attack next turn. Mutagenic Growth. Vine stops our path. That's true. Mutagenic Growth, though, means they can't... if they Rancor, they just attack and we get to kill it with Sin Collector? Alright, we'll take Vines. I think we block anyway. There's the Rancor. Are they going to slam in against our Sin Collector? They are. So we block. They Mutagenic Growth. We take a bunch of poison. So this is what I was imagining happening. If we took Mutagenic Growth there, they either would have had to not attack or we would have been able to trade off with Sin Collector. So that's why I was considering Mutagenic Growth. Stirring Wildwoods. I think we just gotta pass. Noble Hierarch for our opponent. Well, let's path. We need to get a threat down. Can they kill us next turn? They have a Rancor in hand. That's all we know of. We know they did not have a land. Alright, let's just Marsh Flats, crack Marsh Flats. Get a Plains and Siege Rhino. Hope we live this turn. I tried Legion sleeves and I wasn't a huge fan of them. I don't think they're horrible, but they weren't some of my favorite streams or sleeves. Ink Moth, Rancor. So we could be dead here. Goes attacking. So 4. Is there even any point in blocking here? I guess there is. If they have +2/+2. Alright. So I guess we block with the birds. Seven poison. Oh, dismember Siege Rhino. But we drew a path. Alright, pass the turn. This could be a blowout. We're going to be able to Wildwoods for the block and leave up path to kill the Ink Moth if they play a pump spell. Thanks for the follow, the Holy Foreskin. So, activate our Stirring Wildwoods. See if we can get a pump spell out of our opponent's hand. See if they're really just going to trade off here. They are. Alright. Hey, thanks, the Holy Foreskin, and thanks for hanging out in the stream. Definitely appreciate it. Glistener Elf. Resto we can't cast. Pathing now is safest, but if we get greedy, we can maybe get rid of Rancor forever. I think we're going to take the greedy line. Getting rid of Rancor forever is so nice. Rancor makes all of their creatures so hard to block. I don't know. I think in the position we're in, I think we gotta go greedy and try to get rid of the Rancor. I don't think we win without going greedy. Well, we already took one vines. We are pretty far behind. Getting rid of Rancor, Rancor just makes it so hard for us to block. I'm going in response to the Rancor. I think this is the right play here. If we were not so far behind, I would feel differently and would definitely path main phase. But since we're so far behind, I think this is what we have to do. And if they have vines, that's fine. And they have vines. So, alright. Fair enough. I think that's the right play. I think if they still have the Rancor, we lose to the Rancor eventually, so. Yeah. I mean, if I had to make the decision again, I still think that's what I would have done. Like, generally, if you're playing against Infect, you definitely want to main phase it. Alright, let's see if we can get a 3-2 out of Abzan Blink. Oh, come on. Yeah, got a mulligan. Well, at least we get a wall out of this one. Finks to the bottom for now. This hand's not horrible. Let's see what we're up against, though. Ooh, Jund? Jund, at least it's not Infect. I hate playing against Infect. Infect is one of the worst decks to play against. Yeah, we have had a few mulligans in a row. Overgrown Tomb, tapped, past the turn. This is the last round of our Blink League. So hopefully we can pull out a win here. Twilight Mire for our opponent. I think Coax from Blind Eternities could be good. Tarmogoyf as a 0-1 for the time being. Windswept Teeth, crack it, get a Plains. Yeah, we don't have any Smiters anywhere in the 75. Land? Ugh, another Rhino. Well, we have a lot of power, but we got to get to the point of actually casting our cards. Catacombs, cracks it. The Goyf is growing. I don't know. We probably won't do Momir tonight, most likely. On Thursday, hopefully, we'll have some time to do Momir. So, anyone have an idea about what sort of lands they're going to replace the mainland, the Manlands with? No, Painlands with. I think that's your guess is as good as mine. I think most likely it's some sort of new cycle. But Filter Lands, I think, will be reprinted in Standard eventually. So I think that's the big reprint that'll happen sooner or later. Whether or not that's in Kaladesh, I don't really know. So it's pretty hard to guess. They take our Eternal Witness. They have more discard. Dark Confidant. Not a land. Wall of Omens. Come on, land. Oh, boy. We have had some bad draws here along the way. Another Dark Confidant for our opponent. Maelstrom Pulse is a blowout, if that's what they're doing. How many lands? That's a good question. We have Liliana for our opponent. We have 21 lands in the deck, plus 4 Birds of Paradise. 21 lands is pretty skimpy, but we also have 4 Ether Vials, which is probably why the deck is so skimpy on lands. Discard a Rhino. Yeah, let's discard Rhino, I guess. Well, you definitely got to draw lands. We might have to path the wall. Or just draw land would be fine. Or a Finks. Alright, pass the turn. Yeah, we probably do have to path the wall here. Ooze for our opponent. Ticks up. We're going to discard a Finks, I believe. They discard another Dark Confidant. Considering Kaladesh is full of artifacts, do you think it's a good bet to buy affinity cards now before they print something that makes the deck even better? Maybe? Affinity is pretty tight. Alright, they're going to bolt our wall. We are going to path it in response. Get a forest, I guess. So, wall's down. We could use more lands. 21 does seem skimpy. Remember, I didn't actually build this deck. This is one of our instant deck tech decks. 20 lands definitely puts a lot of pressure on Ether Vial. Oh, thanks, Jay Welsh. I'm glad you enjoyed the cast. Yeah, the colorless mana thing. I could understand if it was going to be a long-term change, but it seems like a lot of hassle, and like it messed up a lot of things for just one set. Pumps up Liliana. White Mane Lion discarded. Opponent pitches a bolt. Bolts, our Finks. Yeah, we're very dead here. This deck does not have any real removal to get back in the game. Exiles our Finks. Exiles our Rhino. Yeah, they have been on top of Eldrazi lately, that's for sure. Oh, we take 10. And do we draw a land? It doesn't really matter. We're just dead. Well, Siege Rhino, we got to play this untapped. We go to 9. We go up to 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're dead. Well, that was a pretty bad draw for us. Okay. So, against Jund. Yeah, Thragtusk is good. Rest in Peace actually isn't horrible. Decays also were pretty good. Maybe just Decays over Paths? Any thoughts on which Eldrazi cards they will put in Conspiracy 2? That's a good question. Hopefully none. It's possible the Phyrexians are behind the problems there, but I would kind of doubt it. That would be my guess would be probably not. Let's go down White Mane Lion, Stonehorn Dignitary. Go down a couple of paths. I guess we got to go Eerie Interlude, Flicker Wisp. Alright, let's try it like that. What do you make of the Eldrazi Horror Handwear Town Flip thing that got spoiled? Maybe the front side is a land. That was my initial thought, is it was a land, but because of its card number, that seems unlikely. It's probably I don't know, a creature, I guess? I don't think it can be a land because it's card number 130 or something, which does not line up with land slots. So what would I change about this deck? If I was going to play this deck again, and I don't know if this is right or wrong necessarily, but I would be interested in upping the land count and getting rid of Ether Vial and instead playing Chord of Calling. It seems like the blinking aspect is really cool, and it's pretty effective once it gets going, but our land count is so light that if we don't have an Ether Vial, we sometimes really struggle, which is kind of frustrating. So let's go Overgrown Tomb untapped. And I think we're just going to lead on Witness to get back this land in case they have a Thoughtseize or something. Really want to make sure we get this land back so we get our 4th land. Which deck do you prefer, Jund or Mardu Control? I think Jund is the better of the option. Hey, thanks, Wooly Boo. See you next time, Thursday at 6 Eastern is our next stream. But thanks for stopping by. Definitely appreciate it. Tap land for our opponent. And bolts the Witness. Oops, all spells, paranormal. I will keep that in mind. I haven't really decided what we're doing Thursday yet, but that's a good vote. We do need to play that at some point. Legacy's just sometimes rough on Magic Online because there's really long waits for leagues. Do you think 4-color Jun Junk is playable? Yeah, I think it's playable. Alright, let's pitch Flicker Wisp, I guess, unfortunately. See what we draw. Mono Finks. So Kitchen Finks. Yeah, you got a plan for Thursday, Stu? Flats, go. Thursday should be a Momir League. Well, they should start Momir Leagues. We need to have them available on Magic Online. Oh no! Scavenging Ooze! Oh! Man, our opponent has the combo. The combo. There goes Kitchen Finks. Forever. Well, let's crack Marsh Flats. Get a Temple Garden tapped. Well, let's Siege Rhino. And pass the turn. Do they cash in Liliana? Nope. Well, there goes Razor Verge Thicket. Yeah, Blood Moon would be so sweet. And Terminate. Oh. I guess we can draw Abrupt Decay would be a good draw. Exiles a Rhino. You would promise Blood Moon and Banding Stew? Good lord, what kind of deck would that be? I'm not even 100% sure how banding works, to be honest with you. Whenever I think I know, I get blown out because I don't really know. We're just going to lose to this Ooze. Yeah, so playing this over Company, that probably isn't a good choice. This deck is flavorful, and you get to play Eerie Interlude, but it's kind of like Ghostway Combo, and Ghostway Combo has been around for a long time and never been tier 1, and the ever so slight upside of Eerie Interlude, I don't think that's enough to really make it different. So I guess that's my final take on the deck, is it's fun and flavorful, but I think there's better options that play a similar game plan. And the lack of interaction is kind of annoying. Yeah, we're just getting wrecked by Scavenging Ooze and removal. Now they make us sack our Siege Rhino. And are we dead? 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, we're not just dead, but since we don't have removal, we are dead. Exiles Rhino. I'm definitely excited for new Tameo. I really like Tameo as a Planeswalker. Mega banding and time mega spiral. I mean, I think I understand how it works, but I tend to get blown out when I try to play it. No, Resto, you would have been good in the past. Well, So overall, this deck, cool, flavorful, but 21 lands seems way too few. Interaction almost completely lacking, and the third downside is the archetype has already been around with Ghostway for a long time and never really been good enough to be a real deck. It's good enough to spike a tournament, and it has done that before. So I'm guessing that this showing up a couple of times as a 5-0 deck in leagues is more of one of those scenarios where, oh, it's happened to get the right matchups and spike the tournament, than really being a new tier 1 deck. So overall, we go 2-3 with it. We definitely had some super mana problems towards the end. Might have beaten Storm with slightly better lines of play. So I don't know. I think we could have done better than the numbers suggest, but I don't think this is a tier 1 deck going forward. I guess that's my overall take on it. Anyway, so let's see. Reminders. If you want a playmat, you can pick up a playmat. We got them around. They're pretty fashionable, and it helps support the site, which is awesome. If you want to watch this stream in the future and other old streams, you can do it on the MTG Goldfish Replay YouTube, so subscribe to that if you haven't. As far as upcoming stuff, tonight, a super sweet bonus edition of Against the Odds featuring World Gorger Draft in Eternal Masters, so make sure to check that out. Tomorrow night, regular Against the Odds. And then Thursday, we are back here, 6 o'clock Eastern Time with another stream. Not 100% sure what we're going to be playing yet, but hopefully we'll squeeze in some Momir to close that one out. As far as signed playmats, we haven't figured that out yet. I would like to figure out how to be able to sign playmats for people that want them. The problem is they are across the country from me at Richard's place, so we haven't really figured out how to get them back and forth for me to sign them and then get them shipped out. But anyway, thanks everyone for hanging out. Thank you for all the follows. It was a fun stream, even though we only went 2-3. So like I said, be back on Thursday night, 6 Eastern, for another one. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, and I will talk to you soon.